first heard about the longitudinal assessment concept, it was just so novel, and we thought, why hasn't anyone thought of this before? And as a small board with limited resources but big ideas and big aspirations, we definitely wanted to jump on CertLink because it just really seemed to make sense, for busy diplomates being able to answer questions on the go and to stay current. Dermatologists are quite varied in their practice mix. They can pick from pediatric dermatology, surgical dermatology, medical dermatology, dermatopathology, and cosmetic dermatology. So having the ability to change the types of questions they get by sort of dialing up their question settings at the beginning of each year really helps make the assessment relevant, and it really helps us suit the interests and practice mix of all of our diplomates. Our diplomates answer 52 questions a year. They have 10 minutes to answer each question. The questions are a mix. About 50% of the content is what we call core knowledge, and for dermatology, that's visual diagnosis, so where we include an image and ask what the most likely diagnosis is. And then the remainder of the content is split between article-based questions and concentration area questions, where diplomates can pick the area in which they want to focus their questions. Well, definitely the convenience, also the ability to take time off. So, they can opt out of a quarter because life gets busy, and they just feel that it's nice to be able to know, even at the very last minute, the last day that a segment is due, they can opt out and have that convenience and take the pressure off. Diplomates also really like just learning as they go and seeing right away whether they got a question right or wrong, rather than waiting for the 8 to 10 weeks to get the results of a sit-down exam. CertLink is designed to move with the pace of society right now, where it's just convenient and it's easy and it just makes sense. It's just, you jump in and you can do it in little bits. Everybody is so busy and they've got competing demands, and if they just have a minute and they just want to work on a question or two, they can, and then they can pick it up later and do more. And you can look back and just see everything you've been assessed on and how you did and where you need to improve. And we actually brought on CertLink at a time where we had another major initiative going on related to assessments. We were overhauling our certification program. So it was a very inconvenient time to take on this project, but it's something we really wanted to do. And we had the support of ABMS. We know it works, we know people love it. And it's, once you get sort of your program defined, and that's probably where we struggled the most, was sort of what should our question mix be, what should our boundaries be? And once you have it set, it really sort of runs itself in some way, and I know that might seem like an overstatement, but you just get into that rhythm. And I think it just sort of naturally progresses from year to year. And it's quite different from the process of assembling an annual exam, I find. That in some ways it's more fun, because if you're sort of pocketing content into different subspecialty areas, you can sort of put your arms around it and prepare it each year. For the staff, they like supporting the CertLink platform. They enjoy working with their colleagues at the ABMS. They feel very supported there, and being part of a collective too, and knowing that they're working on a platform where there's lots of feedback going into it, and sort of the development is very thoughtful, that there's a lot of great minds kind of fine-tuning and seeing how we can make this work better for our user base.